Good morning all of you. We will continue with the civics chapter, parliamentary government. Alright, we were having a look at the relationship between the two houses of the parliament. We had a look at what is the difference between the powers of the two houses in matters concerning law making. Alright, now today we'll have a look at how does their power differ in controlling over the executive or in control over the executive. Page number 237. Page 237. Okay. Now we know that our executive is answerable to the legislature. That we all know that executive is answerable to the legislature, and both the houses, means the members of parliament, both the houses, that is Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha, they have equal right in asking questions to the ministers. So both can ask questions to the ministers, but here also, in this matter also, Lok Sabha, they have the real say. Alright, means they have more importance, and the council of ministers, that is responsible mainly to the Lok Sabha. Alright, after elections, we have the Prime Minister, he takes the oath, then he selects his Council of Ministers. Council of Ministers is a body comprising of 3 ranks, means 3 levels. Topmost we have Cabinet Ministers, second we have Ministers of State, and third we have the Deputy Ministers, which help. Alright, Cabinet Ministers are the ones who are in charge of the different departments in the government, different ministries. Like yesterday I told you, like railways, tourism, education, defense, home, alright. And then we have ministers of state. They are ministers who are in charge sometimes of smaller ministries, not big ones like that, but smaller work. And the deputy ministers, they assist them in their work. So the council of ministers, it is mainly responsible to the Lok Sabha and not that much to the Rajya Sabha. Okay, and a vote of no confidence, even we talked about vote of no confidence, if you remember, that if they think that the government is not working according to the constitution or has done something which is against the values or ideals of the constitution, or not working according to the for the welfare of the government, so they can pass a vote of no confidence. So if a vote of no confidence is passed in the Rajya Sabha, alright, so if it is passed in the Rajya Sabha, that does not mean that the Council of Ministers, the Prime Minister and his Council of Ministers, they have to resign. When it is passed in Raj Sabha, then they don't have to resign. It is not moral or legal obligation that they have to resign. But if a vote of no confidence is passed in the Lok Sabha and they are not able to prove their majority, then the Prime Minister and his whole council, they have to resign. Okay. Now yesterday we talked about the union list, the state list and the concurrent list. Now here we have some important subjects which are in some of these lists. So union list, it contains 97 subjects, and important subjects are railways, national highways, shipping, airways, foreign affairs, UNO, Army, Air Force, Navy and all. So all these subjects come under the union list. What does that mean? That only the central government, the union government, they have the power to make laws on these things. Then the state list contains about 66 subjects, and on this only the state government can make laws like police, prisons, law courts, means other than the Supreme Court and High Court. So we are talking about the district level court and lower than that. Then hospitals, sanitation, agriculture, roads, forest, irrigation. So on these matters concerning a state, so only the state government has the power to make laws. And then we have the concurrent list which has 47 subjects, and on these subjects both the central government as well as the state government, they can make laws, and if there is any conflict, then the laws which are passed by the central government, they are followed. Okay, some important subjects in the concurrent list are marriage, joint family, books, newspapers, trade unions, labor force, factories, then electricity and all, they come under the concurrent list. Alright, so that was the chapter. Let's move on with the exercises. Okay, first fill in the blanks. A person seeking election to the Rajya Sabha Sabha should have acquired dash years of age. How many years?
Ma'am, 30 years. Ma'am, 30 years. Ma'am, 30 years.
Alright. Dash is more powerful than the Rajya Sabha.
Ma'am, Lok Sabha.
Then the dash plays an important role in the election of the president and the vice president.
Parliament.
Okay. The members of the dash are directly elected by the
Lok
people.
Sabha. Ma'am, Lok Sabha. Ma'am, Lok Sabha. Ma'am, Lok Sabha.
Right, Lok Sabha. Alright. The dash is dissolved after every 5 years.
Ma'am, election.
Elections are dissolved after every 5 years.
Ma'am, Lok Sabha.
Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha is a permanent body.
Ma'am, 6
Alright,
years.
it is never completely dissolved. But Lok Sabha gets dissolved after every 5 years. So it is Lok Sabha. Alright, second exercise. True or false? A money bill can be initiated in the Rajya Sabha.
False.
Ma'am,
False.
False. In the Lok Sabha.
Lok Sabha.
The normal life of the Lok Sabha is 6 years.
False. Ma'am,
False. Ma'am, it is 5 years. 5 years.
Normal life of which house is 6 years?
Ma'am, Rajya Sabha.
Ma'am, Rajya Sabha.
Parliament consists of the President, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha.
True.
Ma'am, true.
Yes, true. The Rajya Sabha is a permanent house.
Ma'am, true.
Right.
Ma'am, true.
The President can nominate 12 members in the Lok Sabha.
False. Ma'am, it can emanate.
Ma'am, false.
Can nominate 12 members in the
Rajya Sabha.
Rajya Sabha.
Not Lok Sabha. Okay, false. So first is false, second is false, then third and fourth is true, and the last one is false. Take the correct answers. Number 3. The session of the parliament in which the budget is presented, discussed and passed is called a
Budget session.
The president can nominate dash members in the Lok Sabha.
Two. Ma'am,
Two.
Ma'am, two.
A person should have acquired the age of dash to
25.
become a member of the Lok Sabha.
Ma'am, 25.
25.
Rajya Sabha?
Ma'am, 30. Ma'am, 30.
30.
Ma'am.
Correct.
30.
Right. The Rajya Sabha is a dash house.
Permanent.
The maximum strength of the Rajya Sabha can be dash members.
250.
Right.
250.
Okay, let's move on to the question answers. How are the members of the Lok Sabha elected? This you can write here only. The members of the Lok Sabha are directly elected. The members of the Lok Sabha are directly elected by the Indian voters. Are directly elected by the Indian voters. VOTERS, by Indian voters. The members of the Lok Sabha are directly elected by the Indian voters. Written?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What are the qualifications for a person to be elected as a member of the Lok Sabha? Page 233. Page 233 under the heading the Lok Sabha. You can see the qualifications here. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright.
Yes, ma'am.
So mark the qualifications. A person who wants to be a member should possess the following qualifications and mark all the 5 5 points.
Ma'am, voice.
What is what?
Ma'am, please repeat the answer.
Qualifications. All the 5 points under qualifications. Next, what are the functions of the Indian Parliament? Functions of the Indian Parliament. This we will mark from page 235 and 236. Now because it is under short answers, so you will only give the main headings. Okay? Just give the main headings. There are 6 headings, right? On page 235 and 236. 6 headings
Yes,
are
ma'am.
there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
6
ma'am.
headings. You can give the first statement there under powers and functions of the parliament, page 235. Powers and functions of the parliament. Although the primary function of the parliament is law making, but it performs a large number of other functions too. Write this and then write the 6 functions. Alright? Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Alright. Next. What is budget session?
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
Page 236. Page 236, the last paragraph, third last line. 236, last paragraph, third last line. The session of the parliament that is convened. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So the session of the parliament that is convened for presenting, discussing and passing the budget is called the budget session. Next, how does a bill become a law? Now, we will mark this just now, but this you will do in long answers. Okay? This answer would be in long. This is not short. So, you will write it in long answers. Page number 237. Page 237. Under the heading, difference over the legislative matters. Page 237, under the heading, difference over the legislative matters. Second paragraph, second line. When a suggested law is introduced, it is called a bill. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So mark
Yes,
that
ma'am.
line, mark that line, and then mark the next paragraph. Mark the whole next paragraph. There are 3 readings of the bill till after his assent it becomes a law. This whole paragraph and 1 line of the above paragraph. So that is why you will write it in long answers. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Next.
Okay, ma'am.
What is a money bill? Page 239 under important terms. Number 5th. A bill which deals with the income and expenditure of the government is called a money bill. See under important terms, number 5. Important terms, number 5. A bill which deals with the income and expenditure of the government is called a money bill. Just add is called a money bill. Next, what are,
Please repeat the answer.
beta, page number 239 under important terms, number 5. A bill which deals with the income and expenditure of the government is called a money bill. Okay, hurry up. Next, what are the main characteristics of the parliamentary form of government? Page 232. Page 232. Under the heading, why India has parliamentary form of government. Got it? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, the first 3 points. India is a very big country, then till the third one. As such, it can easily adapt to changing situation. It is not charging situation, it is changing situation. Make it changing, make it N. R to N. So these 3 points. Next, why did India have parliamentary form of government? This again, same page, page 232. From the first paragraph, the first 3 lines, the parliamentary form of government is that in which the real power, got it? Till the third line,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
notional head of the state, mark till there. notional head of the state. Beta, first paragraph. From the first line, the parliamentary form of government, till the third line, notional head of the state. Then come to the paragraph under the third point, which we have marked for the first long answer. Come to that. The Indian Constitution gives supreme power. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright.
Yes, ma'am.
Start from there and mark till the third line. On behalf of the people of India. On behalf of the people of India. From the first line till the third line. Okay?
Excuse me, ma'am, can you please repeat after the third point?
Beta, page 232, first paragraph on this page, the first 3 lines. Then come under the heading why India's parliamentary form of government. You have marked the 3 points. Under the third point, we have a paragraph marked from the first line till the third line again. The Indian Constitution gives supreme power till acts on behalf of the people of India. Next, why is Lok Sabha known as the House of the People? Why is Lok Sabha known as the House of the People? Page 233. Page 233. Under the heading Lok Sabha, the Lok Sabha, mark the first 4 lines. Mark the first 4 lines. The lower house of the parliament is called the Lok Sabha. As this body is directly elected by the Indian voters, it is also called the House of the People. And fourth one, what is the meaning of constituency? What do you mean by reserved constituency? This we will get on page 233 and 234. 233, 234. Come to page 233 under the heading elections and working of the Lok Sabha. Come to the second line. The states and union territories. Got that line? Page
Yes, ma'am.
233,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
last paragraph. Second line, the states and union territories are divided into smaller areas called constituencies. Got that? After that, write. A constituency is a parliamentary area from where a member is elected. From where a member is elected. From where a member is elected. Alright, so this, then turn the page and mark from the second line last word. Second line last word. Some constituencies have been reserved for only scheduled caste and scheduled tribes candidates. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
After that, right, these constituencies are known as reserved constituencies. These constituencies are known as reserved constituencies.
Ma'am, please repeat from the what you have told for page number 234.
234, second line. First paragraph, second line, first word, last word. Some constituencies have been reserved for only scheduled caste and scheduled tribe candidates. These, after that, write down, these constituencies are known as reserved constituencies. Okay? Now, listen to me carefully. Under the long answers, number 3 and 4, this you will do in short answers. Okay? So, 3 and 4 of the long you will do in short, and number 5th of short you will do in long. Alright?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So that is all that we will do. So this completes your chapter.